What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video.
Everywhere I go, I'm plant-based dripping.
So today I'm here with my friend Alyssa, and right now we're going to a place called Green Soul Organics, and we're gonna get some ingredients to make an epic vegan pizza. So I'm super excited, and we're gonna take you guys along with us and show you everything that we get at the grocery store. So far we got this gluten-free pizza crust mix. I love fresh tomatoes on pizza. Yes. I don't know about you.
Yes, tomatoes are my favorite.
What else should we get? Mushrooms? I feel like mushrooms. Are you a pineapple on pizza person?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Yay, I'm so excited that we're doing this.
Me too. And I actually really love bell peppers on pizza too.
Oh, yes. Is it apricot and rose?
Okay, let's get some.
I feel like I just need some like peppers.
We're both wearing sparkly shoes and pink outfits. Do you like this kind of kale or dinosaur kale?
I don't really know about dinosaur kale.
Okay, let's try this one. Alright, so I found this pineapple because we both like pineapple on pizza.
Yes.
That's a very controversial subject. Oh, here we go. What is that? Arrabbiata.
Arrabbiata.
We found the nutritional yeast. Yes. So there's this little book here that says, "What are you grateful for today?"
These ones are plums.
So beautiful.
You want a plum?
Sure, let's get a plum. Ooh, I love the unicorn. Alright, so we got everything that we need for the vegan pizzas. Alright, so we got our whole haul here. And we're ready to make some pizza. This has a recipe on the back of it, so we don't actually really have to do anything. We also got some of these apricot and rose kombuchas, which we should try. Today we're going to be making gluten-free, oil-free pizza, and we're going to be using Bob's Red Mill gluten-free pizza crust mix. So normally, honestly, I just Google like vegan easy pizza recipe in order to find like a simple pizza dough recipe. But today we're going to make it even more simple, and we're just going to follow the recipe at the back of this. But it says that we're supposed to use 2 large eggs, which we obviously are not going to use. Oh, vegan option. Combine 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. We don't have flaxseed, but I think we can get away without eggs because I never ever put eggs in pizza dough. So we're just going to try it. It has a package of yeast in here, so we're going to use that with the flour and warm water. And honestly, that's all that I usually use in making pizza dough, except I also usually include salt too.
I've never made vegan pizza.
Really? You've never ever made vegan pizza?
No.
That's crazy.
This plum is like a beautiful little heart.
Oh, it's so beautiful. That's awesome. They're like little hearts. Are these like local plums or something?
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, 1.5 cups of warm water. Alright, so now we're taking this yeast and I'm putting it in the measuring cup, and then we're gonna add some hot water and then wait 5 minutes for the yeast to, I don't know, do its thing in the water. Rise? I guess that's the word. I don't know. Look at all these beautiful veggies that we're gonna be putting on the pizza. It looks so good. And this is what the dough looks like so far. And we have the yeast with the warm water in here, and it's almost ready to be added to the dough. Since this pizza is oil-free, we're using parchment paper on the pan instead of oil. Ooh, this avocado actually looks pretty good. Looks good. So it's like just a little underripe, but it's still pretty good. Okay, now I'm gonna add the yeast to the flour. Look at how beautiful this is. It's all puffed up. It looks glorious. So glorious! So we added some avocado to the pizza. It looks so beautiful and delicious. And we also have some local hummus here from a place called Picnic with lemon and parsley, and also just regular grocery store hummus as well. I'm just like getting you to do all the work while I film.
Beautiful.
Made a pretty thick crust.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're kind of doing this a little late in the video, but I guess I should probably introduce who this girl is over here. This is Alyssa, my beautiful friend, and I will let you introduce yourself.
Okay.
Say a few things about who you are.
Awesome. My name's Alyssa. I live in Tofino for the last 1.5 years, and we met Alice through work. And I don't really know what else to say.
I wouldn't know what to say either. I'd be like,
Okay,
I'm
we'll
Alice,
just cut.
and...
We'll just cut it.
Alright, let's dig in.
Let's dig.
These are thick slices. They look so good. Cheers.
When you like start thinking like self-love, like oh my gosh, like you don't even really know where to start. So that's why I kind of just went through a period of introspection and finding myself, and ever since being in Tofino, it's given me the space to do so. So just finding what fuels me, finding my passions, and just adding daily things into my life, and really like analyzing what is entering my life and how it's affecting me on my body soul level.
Yeah.
So also starting with like relationships in your life, and because you are who you hang out with, like 90% of you, whoever you hang out with, that's who you really are, it seems like.
Yeah.
And just kind of really like eliminated a lot of people and a lot of things in my life in a very healthy, positive way, and so I could have my space to figure out what I need on my self-love journey, which meditation has been key. It's been so huge for me, and just like having that balance and that silence every day to retreat to yourself, and find yourself, and daily affirmations, and
yes, daily affirmations are huge too.
And taking care of your body, like completely. Like even when you work out twice, you just notice like this big difference. You just feel like you're on this horizon.
Yeah.
And
it's so true. I feel like there's so many aspects to self-love. Like there's meditation, there's like analyzing what you're saying to yourself, there's affirmations, there's just like, there's the people that you hang out with, there's just like so many aspects.
Every single thing that you allow into your life
Yeah.
is affecting the daily person that you are,
Yeah.
and who you represent yourself as.
So when did you start meditating?
I've always been on a more of a spiritual side of my life, where I've always like been involved with meditation and certain healing groups, and like over the years I've kind of like went off that path and back on. And then being in Tofino, I came here in 2017 in May, so ever since being in Tofino, truly like meditating daily. But it wasn't until like the first 4 months that I was here until I like experienced certain things in like certain areas of my life, and then I started meditating all the time. And like the more you like go out to certain healing things, the more you understand like how important it is to be meditating, and like how it affects you. And yoga is like key to everything.
Yeah.
Because it's everything in one. It's the meditation, it's the physical, it's all of it.
It's so true. I like seriously need to be doing yoga on a regular basis, because when I do it, like I just feel so much better. And like last year I took a weekly yoga class, and I almost felt like it was like me taking my medication once a week. Like I would always have to really push myself to go, I found like, but once I did, I was like so set for the week. Like I was so much more relaxed, and like I had way less anxiety for the week. The few days after I had the yoga class, it's so powerful, and like I just need the self-discipline to do it on a regular basis.
Being in your own practice is amazing, and I think it's really important, but going to a class is just something else, I find, for me. Like every single time there's just one teacher, her name's Melody, and every single time after practice that she teaches, she just like give each other a big hug, because we just like literally, like my soul does honor your soul, and like what you just allowed me to do with my body was so beautiful, and just goes so deep.
I also want to hear more about like self-affirmations. Like, do you have like a mantra that you say to yourself, or do you have any like, what are your affirmations that you say to yourself?
So it really depends what I'm targeting, and I find like every day for me in my life, new things come up, or new things need to be healed, or like certain things come to my attention when I'm ready to. So you always gotta find like what speaks to your soul, because you could say like 20 affirmations a day that you read online, and they really have no meaning to you, and you really gotta find something that's like you, like all the way you, every day. Like if you hear a word, just like write it down and just like make up your own. And like if you gotta say like, girl, I'm a badass bitch every day, like just do it. Like whatever it is that works for you.
Yeah, it has to motivate you, not just like some random
thing.
Something.
So like I actually just like redid my whole desk, and I had like so much like of my like ointments and like spiritual like scent stuff, and I just took everything off. I was just feeling like, so I just did that, and now I'm just like all like business motivation and like about being successful and certain things I'll like put up there and here, and just like whatever I need to hear, like all the time. I go through like a room change, because I'm always on a different level and just need to switch it up, because every area and phase of your life, or whatever cycle you're at, is demanding a different version of you, and you need different things to hear.
That's so true. Have you ever made like vision boards or anything like that, or been into like the law of attraction or anything?
Yes. So I live my life through the law of attraction, and I believe there's not one thought that we didn't think that didn't bring us to this moment right now. So whatever you are telling yourself daily, and to realize that you are in control of your mind. Every single thought that comes to your head, you can stop when you gain that self-control and analyze and be like, how is this thought affecting me? Stick it up there, like, why am I saying this? How is it affecting me? Do I truly believe this? Because thoughts could be coming from past experiences, or you could be on a low vibration and pick up other energies and be thinking thoughts that aren't even from you. Like you could be picking up thoughts from someone else, or like even in the restaurant. We work at a restaurant, a lot of different energies coming through. I feel myself releasing it all the time, and like you pick up all these thoughts and all this stuff. At the end of the day, you just need to completely like let go. So always being in control of your thoughts and understanding where it's coming from is huge. I think
it's so true, because like your thoughts affect your feelings, which affect your actions, which affect who you are as a person. So essentially you can decide who you are as a person just from starting at that like initial thought. And like my true spiritual journey started from like becoming aware. Awareness and mindfulness is everything. Once you are aware of what you're doing and how it's affecting you, then you can do something about it. But until you come to that awareness, there's nothing that you can do. And that's why like meditation and yoga is just so beneficial, because it actually gives you a chance to become aware of those things and like become aware of what your thoughts are. And like the whole thing about meditation is just like, even if you can't clear your mind, just like being aware of your thoughts and then just like releasing them and let them pass. And I feel like it really builds that awareness of like what thoughts enter your mind and everything.
And like whatever you're studying or wherever you're at, just always know that you don't need to believe everything you read or anything you hear. You take what you like and you leave what you don't. Whatever resonates with you, that's what you hold on to.
I say that all the time. Even with my videos, like I feel like I've said so many times, like just take what resonates with you and discard the rest of it.
And like if anyone ever ever tells you this is the way to do something, run as fast as you can. Just run, because there is not ever going to be one way to do something.
Exactly. Everything, like, there's going to be different things that work for different people. Like, not every single thing that like I say or someone else says like is going to work exactly for you. Like, you have to tweak it in order for it to work for you, right?
Because you're on your own divine path here, and you just need to listen to what speaks to you.
Yeah.
And like, I don't even know what spoke to me. Like when I moved here, like I went through so much different things in a really deep healing path. And then when I actually had the space and the environment to put me in an area where I was able to like have space to learn what I like and what I don't like, and like truly know myself, and spending time alone is key. I always tell everyone, like, no matter what, you have to just like take the time weekly, daily to have that time alone. Even if it's like before bed, I strongly just believe in no phone for like at least an hour, and just have that like calming down time for your soul before the next day starts.
Yeah, I love that. What are your thoughts on like self-love and like people who struggle with negative body image? How to deal with, you know, loving the body that you have? Have you done any work on that with yourself? That's one thing that a lot of my audience is kind of struggling with, especially like in eating disorder recovery. You know, like they're used to controlling the way that they look and like controlling being like super thin and everything, and then suddenly they have to release their attachment to having like this super thin body that they idealize, and like have to accept, you know, the fact that they have to gain weight and like accept their new body that they're in.
I believe that everything is an inside job, whether it be body image, like anything. It is truly an inside job. So starting with the mind, and like I to this day, like I totally like just basically like started like accepting myself, this body, this vessel. And once you kind of open yourself up to like more of like a spiritual sense of it, you understand that like this is your vessel. Like you are blessed. We are here blessed in these bodies, and they are here to carry us on our journey, and we have to take care of them. And the more that we take care of ourselves, the more we're going to love ourselves. So when you like take that leap of like, okay, you have to accept like that I need to lose weight, or I need to gain weight to wherever it makes me healthy. You just have to take that leap, and once you do and know that it is going to build you, and that actually builds your self-love. Like you may not see it at the time, but in the end, like you said to me today, you were so scared to gain weight, and you didn't. Like, look at you now. Like, don't you just, you feel beautiful, like you feel good, because you know it's like taking that leap forward. Because anytime you're getting out of your comfort zone, it means you're going to be growing and transitioning. But until then, you're going to be sitting there fearing the unknown, or fearing this or fearing that. And there's a total difference between fear and love based. Because when we're coming out of love, we're totally open to life. But we are scared of lack and scarcity. So it's just taking that leap and just being fearless with it. And sometimes it's harder to do it than, like, sometimes it's easier to say it than do it, but it's not all going to be at once. Sometimes people can like take that leap, or it's going to be like baby steps. That's why like whatever area of your life that works to change first, whether it's your diet, your health, your friends, like your daily, like on your phone, whatever it is that you want to change, just those little things will implement whatever area of your life that you need to be taking that leap.
I love that. And I feel like I've been at this current weight like so many times in the past, but like I always had like so much hatred towards my body, and like I would always try to change myself like out of hate, and I always felt like I had to punish my body and like just like work really hard to the point where it's like I was in pain, like in order to be able to, I don't know, change myself, and then in order to be able to then love myself. But that's honestly like what kept like spiraling my like chronic dieting, and then eventually my eating disorders, because like I was coming from a place of like hate towards my body, whereas I wasn't coming from a place of love. I have never believed in calories. Like I don't look at calories on anything. I just know like what's the ingredients, is it organic, like what is this gonna do for my body, and then I just intuitively eat, and that's always worked for me. And I've never looked at like I've never owned a scale in my life. Like I do not know my body weight. I just go with how I feel. And that's been phenomenal for me. And like I feel like once we get all these numbers and all these things in our head, and like how we can like do the math of like
this will equal this body, or like this will equal this. And like for me, I've always had to like stay away from that. Otherwise, I feel like I would drive myself crazy because I'm like,
it's so true.
You know,
people literally do like just start driving themselves crazy because they're so obsessed with numbers, like the number on the scale or how many calories are in something, when like, but they don't realize that honestly it really is like all bullshit, because like the number on the scale can fluctuate 10 pounds within one day, like depending on how much water you're holding or depending how much you ate the last day, like. And like the same thing with calories too. Like I say so much on my channel, calorie counters are total bullshit, and like you cannot rely on like this like equation to figure out how much your unique body needs.
And I think it's a huge part of how generations were raised up, like how we were raised with what we were taught. Like in school, we don't get taught about nutrition, and we just get told, oh, if it's calories, it's bad for you, or like this. People don't look at the ingredients enough. Like it's all about what you're eating, where the source is from, and what it's gonna do for your body.
Like I've even seen some nutritionists recommend like just those like artificial sweeteners like aspartame, or like say that you should have Diet Coke instead of regular Coke, but they're not realizing like what those chemicals are doing.
I'm like, I clean my toilet. Someone bought me a Coke and I clean my toilet with it, because I'm like, I am not going to drink this. Like if you look up what it does to your body, it's not fueling your body.
But then at the same time, this is something that I struggle with in this eating disorder community, and also just like, I don't know, like where exactly I stand on this issue, because like on one end, like I know how important like health is, but like I do come from a background of like orthorexia, where I like was so obsessed with like being pure and like becoming like, you know, just eating 100% clean all the time, and like I was afraid to have cooked broccoli at one point, like steamed broccoli.
I know, like I went really into this like at one point, and then you start like being like, oh my gosh, like you kind of have to like make that conscious choice, like to be like, okay, if I'm gonna have this like once in a while to like keep me however like sane or whatever you feel like it does, like I'm a believer, like I kind of feel the same about you, because I'm just like, I personally wouldn't drink Coke, but to like eat clean all the time is like obviously the intent, but sometimes it will make you crazy. Sometimes it'll, like, because then you go so deep into things, and then you start being like, is this okay to cook it like this, and like how is this affecting me, and like should I even be using tinfoil, and like all this different sort of stuff can literally make you, so whatever, if there's one thing that you can do that keeps that balance for you and keeps you to that point, then I believe you should follow your heart and do that.
So yeah, I think there's like definitely a balance, because like I do think it's so important to be like eating things that make you feel good and are going to bring out, you know, your most beautiful, vibrant, energetic self, but like also at the same time it can be like crippling if you take it too far and like become so obsessed with purity and like clean eating that it's like taking over your entire life, you know? So it's just like, it's about finding that balance, and I feel like that's probably going to be like completely unique to every individual, because like I have some girls coming to me and they're talking about how like they have like this health condition and they know that they can overcome it through eating, say like a raw vegan diet or whatever, but they're also recovering from an eating disorder, so they don't know. They want to find that balance because they want to like overcome fear foods, and they want to like become more flexible with eating and everything, but they also know that if they followed this way of eating that it could like cure their skin condition or whatever condition they have. And so like it's so hard finding that balance, but like I feel like everyone has to find what's going to work best for them.
And finding a support team. Finding a support team. Like if you could even like go in your community and like cook with ladies like one night a week, or go read a book with someone one night a week, or like talk about whatever it is. Have a soundboard. You need someone that's your soundboard. When you're recovering from anything, or even if you're just on a journey, I think that you need to have a soundboard, right? And especially when you're like second guessing yourself, like that, like oh my gosh, I know that this can cure me, but you really need someone there with you to like really just support you and like love you. And
it's so true.
If you are trying to build your love in yourself, you need to surround yourself with people who already have that love in you. Like, or if you want to build your belief in your business or whatever it is, you need to surround yourself with people who have that belief and people that are gonna build you up, because then you'll believe it. You start surrounding yourself with those kind of people, whether you have to get new friends or just like start meeting new people. And if you have anxiety about meeting new people, that's okay. That's something that you can become aware of your attention to, that you can work on to move forward. And like meditating, and whether you like to pray to the universe, to your angels, to flowers, like whatever it is, if you talk to yourself and you pray and releasing whatever it is, like, and just getting it out there, like, you're gonna get messages back to you from the universe, or whatever you believe in.
Oh, I love that so much.
It's truly a beautiful journey that, like, all of us women are experiencing these things because we are going to be here clearing this generation, like purifying it, you know, and starting a revolution of women. Like, over the last couple of years, like, the rise of women and the support and, like, the awareness that has been coming from, like, all the events in the world and just everything has risen, and like we're all literally coming together, and you can just see it closer and closer.
Yeah, I also just think that, like, whatever struggles you're going through, you're going through it for a reason, and you're going to come out on the other end stronger, and you can share your experiences with other women and help them through perhaps like the same thing that you were once struggling with. All of it is just going to be building us like stronger with one another, and like make us more connected and make us more experienced and more wise after we go through all these struggles.
There's this quote that I wanted to read Alice earlier. Okay. It reminds me exactly what we're talking about right now. It's called Gracefully Broken. I was in Dollar Tree last night, and there was a lady with 2 kids behind me in the long line. One was a big kid and one was a toddler. The bigger one had a pack of glow sticks, and the toddler was screaming for them. So the mom opened the pack and gave him one, which stopped his tears. He walked around with it smiling, but then the bigger boy took it and the toddler started screaming again. Just as the mom was about to fuss at the older child, he bent the glow stick and handed it back to the toddler. As we walked outside, the toddler noticed that the stick was glowing, and his brother said, "I had to break it so you could get the full effect of it." I could hear Creator saying to me, "I had to break you to show you why I created you. You had to go through everything in your path so you could fulfill your purpose." That little toddler was happy just swinging that unbroken glow stick around in the air because he didn't understand it was created to glow. There are some people who will be content just being, but some of us that Creator has chosen have to be broken. We have to get sick. We have to lose a job, or go through a divorce, or bury a spouse, parent, or best friend or child, because in those moments of extreme desperation, Creator is breaking us, but when the breaking is done, we are able to see and understand the reason for which we were created, to glow.
I love that.
So I always think of pain and trauma and experiences as like a shoot ahead. What is it? Slingshot. Like, it's bringing you back to shoot you forward. Every experience in my life that I went through has brought me this moment right now. Is just fully like, I would never be the person that I am and be able to impact people in whatever way that I can if it were not for the experiences that God or Creator Universe has chosen me for. And all the experiences right now, you're going to be able to change lives with the experiences that you're going through. By changing your life, by talking to someone for 5 minutes, you are making a difference. There is making a difference. There's no scale, small or big. You are changing things. There's this thing called like the ripple effect, or the butterfly effect. And you can do one thing, and you don't even, it makes ripples of change, and you won't even know. You don't even know, and it's just like planting seeds. This pizza, it's glorious.
I'm gonna have another piece. Alright, so unfortunately my camera battery died while we were in the middle of eating pizza and in the middle of our conversation. But I think this video is going to be pretty long anyways. So I'm going to actually be making Alyssa make a YouTube channel. So I'm going to link it in the description box down below. And she's probably not going to have any videos up by the time that this video goes up. But still be sure to go subscribe to her channel anyways, because she is honestly such a wealth of knowledge and just like so incredibly wise for her age. And it's just like so fascinating talking to her. So definitely definitely go check out her channel in the description box down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and until next time, peace out guys. Bye.
Bye.
Everywhere I go, I'm plant-based, dripping. Got 'em woke the new Bruce Lee. Roy, I got the glow. Kicking knowledge to your chick, I let her swim until she soaked. Boy, she trying to